Developing back here at home, the word Nazis was found spray painted on a sign in Alston. It's outside the Islamic Seminary of Boston and the Palestinian Cultural Center for Peace. The graffiti was discovered this morning and has since been cleaned off. As Boston 25 News reporter Drew Caritas tells us, there are calls for police to investigate this act of vandalism as a possible hate crime.
A Boston police cruiser has been camped out here ever since this vandalism was uncovered. Even though it's no longer visible on the sign outside this Boston Palestinian and Islamic Cultural Center, the possible intent hasn't been forgotten. There are calls for a hate crime investigation in Alston after the word Nazis was spray painted on a sign for the Islamic Seminary of Boston and the Palestinian Cultural Center for Peace. A Boston police detail is now standing guard as the Civil Rights Unit has taken over the case, and news of what happened is quickly spreading through the neighborhood.
The sheer ignorance and hatefulness of something like this, I mean, it hits close to home.
This woman, who asked that we not use her name, is Jewish and lives a few blocks away from the center. She felt compelled to drop off flowers and a handwritten note.
As a fellow Alstonite, as a Jew, and as someone who prays for the liberation of all peoples, I wanted to express my own sorrow that you were targeted in such an ignorant and racist fashion.
Her heartfelt words come days after the outbreak of war between Israel and the Palestinian Islamic group Hamas, and a combined death toll of both people in Israel and Palestinians in Gaza that has climbed to nearly 2,000, leaving Jewish and Palestinian people across the world fearful for their safety, worried about local attacks and hate.
It just breaks my heart that they maybe feel more fearful for their safety.
In response to the graffiti that's since been cleaned up in Alston, the executive director of the Massachusetts chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations says, quote, all Americans, whatever their faith or ethnicity, should be free from acts of intimidation and hate. The Boston Police Department says it is currently actively investigating this incident and that no arrests have been made at this time. In Alston, Drew Caritas for your local station, Boston 25 News.